Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today. I'm Hugo, here with Harry. What's up, Harry?
Hey, how's it going? And that's just Harry.
Just
no
Harry.
one else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not me, of course.
New name.
New name, new life. And we're going into the semi-finals today, aren't we? Which is which is very fun. Between the Ballistix Masters, of course. This is going to be the first match of the night. We're open to two best of threes. Millwall Bushwhackers versus MALIK Esports is going to be the first game. Of course, MALIK being the Candy Kings lineup, recently placed 7th at I-58, one of those, I-57, which I-50, I forgot which one was most recent.
Yeah, I think it was I-57. I'm not sure. So just quickly, taking the ninth round, it was Millwall, so they will be deciding what side they're starting on. But they're going to go for the CT side, as you'd expect. So, yeah, sorry about that. I just wanted to get that out of the way.
That's fine. Just to pick up, though, because obviously Candy Kings getting picked up by MALIK is quite good. So, obviously, they're still with the same roster, but obviously under an organisation, which is good to see, finally. And off we go into the pist round of the first map. This is, I think, Millwall's map pick, if I'm correct. And we are going to see them starting on the CT side. Bit of aggression up to A main to kick things off here for the CTs, and MALIK, they're going to be holding back for a bit. Just waiting on the Millwall players to push up, because this seems like a default coming out from the MALIK side, so just holding back and allowing aggression coming out from Millwall, and it's not going to be the case right now. Just normal CT setups though, and Wong's going to be holding off to middle, and I think he may come into a bit of a fight over here, as we do see a couple of players up into the garage area. Still yet to see any aggression. Smoke will go out over on towards mid, so you can imagine some pushers going to come out here. Wong's got to hold this all off now as they file out into the middle area. Finds the first player, but he's not going to be able to pick up any damage onto him just yet. Finally, will get spotted out, and a double peek from Samuel will take him out with his teammate ALS as well. So that's going to be the first pick there, going in the favour of MALIK. A good start here for this first map of the best of three, and they're going to split right into B here. Chaduk's going to have a lot of conflict, but he won't be able to make anything out of it. Dropping very fast, and his teammate Prezi will fall beside him. Now just Thomas and Velux are left for this retake.
Yeah, they aren't going to be getting that bomb. That's going to be locking in $800 for them that taking to the next round, which would be good economically. And of course, if they can close this out without losing it, very many more people, they will be able to keep what they've been able to buy here and take that with them into the next round. So we're going to fall here onto Velox and Thomas here. Velox does find one, gets taken down by Cynic. Now it's all in the Thomas 1 versus 3 here. Bomb is planted, of course, for MALIK Esports, so it's not looking good for him.
Yeah, it's not going to be a whole lot he can gather from this. He does get one kill onto Cynic, but at the end of the day, these are just kind of, consolidation frags, I call them. There's going to be no chance of him regaining the round, and while he may be getting some kind of impact onto their economy, at the end of the day, they're going to be rebuying the armor anyway, so it's not going to be too much of an issue for the MALIK side, and we will see the first buyout come up after they obviously win that pistol round, and very typical buy here on the terror side. We've got a couple of SMGs. Cynic yet to buy up. Finally gets an AK. So we got three rifles. A scout being one of them. Caspian going to be picking that up. Very default buy here. LS and HM or Weem are obviously going to be farming some money there with those SMGs. And Millwall just decided to force up here. Prezi and Wong going to be saving a little bit more than the rest of their team though. Wong just full saving for this AWP. Cynic, he's going to be finding the first frag. Nice shot there onto Thomas to open things up and kick out the round again in the favour of the MALIK side. Wong does get a trade frag with a P2000 as well. No armor. I'm not sure how he even hit that shot, but regardless, that's going to be a nice trade or refrag to go on there onto Samuel, and that should be a little drop there. You can see Chaduk's just picked it up, so that's a good grab for the Millwall side, and they will make it out of A main without getting punished. MALIK not choosing to go for the trade, which I question. Re-peeking into a couple of players with only pistols, maybe preferable with, the rifles they do have on their side. Of course, Cynic there with the AK-47. Instead, though, he's going to go off into mid, not A main, and kick off with a vents break. This looks like a bit of a B split coming in. We've got players coming in through B main, as well as obviously Cynic coming in through vents, and Velox just going to hold this off. Not going to be a whole lot of damage coming in through this smoke as they make their way to the site now. Rotation's already underway here for the last two CTs coming from the A site. And again, MALIK Esports again in a very favourable position in the second round. Bombed down in a 4 versus 3 and not a lot of chance, but Velox, he's going to hit a really nice dig through the wall there, dropping Cynic. And that's going to take one of the rifles out of MALIK's side, but at the end of the day, these kind of retakes are almost impossible, and you can see the all are going to be deciding to go for the save.
Yeah, not too bad a move. They have still got this SG over here on Wong, and Velox keeping that deagle. They are going to be keeping armor on him as well. So, not too bad. They did manage to find 2 kills as well, so that should mean that they've done a little bit of damage. Wong trying to find a another kill onto HVM there, but it's not looking like it's going to pay off for him as he does get taken down, and Ballistix just looking to save this armor, and the Deagle not in a very good position right now, but he should just be able to do it, although...
Ooh,
yeah,
very close. Saved by the end round times. And off we go into the third round here. Millwall, they're just going to be going for the eco, of course, once again. Vlox saving that Deagle with the armor, of course, so he's got a bit of a chance to get some impact into this round, but by and large, they've really got not a lot spread out between them. Weem's going to be going over towards B. He has got a UMP here, but the only challenging player is going to be Vlox here, just holding off with this armor. But a nice little crossfire established from Millwall over towards the B side, but right now, LS, he's going to be working up towards A, so it's not going to matter too much here. Already finding that first kill through the squeaky door to kick things off, and Millwall, again, in a disadvantageous position.
LS doing good damage once again through the wall, almost managing to pick up another kill there, although it's almost getting down to 70 HP, not good as they do go out. LS just through the wall every time. That's going to be Thomas going down. Wong does find one with that CZ on site, but then he is going to have Samwell running up behind him. Can he find a second? He is going to get taken down by Samwell. Then now it's a 2 versus 4 as we're going to see Vlox and Prezi on for the retake. Vlox gets taken down by LS over in mid, and now it's all on Prezi here with the PP50. He does good damage, and he finds one onto Samwell, but then he is going to get taken down by LS, and that's going to be the closing out there of that round. Bomb does get planted once again, so we're going to see MALIK. They are very, very good economically right now. They've got bomb plants every single round, and really haven't taken too many casualties, keeping 3 players alive at least. And we're going to be seeing an AWP being picked up on Caspian, and an AWP on Wong as well.
But of course, this is going to be MALIK's map pick, so they do have a bit of an inherent advantage, you'd like to think, and obviously they're showing it very well with a 3-0 start here on the terrorist side. Of course, Cash being one of the more equal maps is still slightly favoured to the CT team, so MALIK have definitely got a good start. And of course, if they do pick up this round, they're likely to pick up a 5-0 scoreline, of course, because we will see Millwall most likely eco. If they do get taken down in this one, it wouldn't really make sense to go for the bite. But a bit of B main aggression coming out from Weem, leading the charge here. Chaduki is going to be up in towards vents and just holding off, allowing the aggression right now, and MALIK Esports going to be throwing out a few nades towards mid. So splitting a mid to B, it seems like already, as they work their way up into the B main. Weem still leading this charge, and Shaduk, he's going to be picking out from vents. Great double kill. They're dropping LS and Cynic, and that's going to be a good advantage now, finally going in the favour of Millwall. Caspian will try to get back into this round with a kill onto Vlox, but Prezi's right there with a trade, and Caspian, he's doing work, picking up a double kill. So we're back into 3-on-2. Millwall, again, with a heavy advantage here, of course. The HP is extremely low on Caspian, so they're looking very good here, and the bomb, he's still over towards Checkers. He's got to do quite a lot to escape here. Of course, there is going to be 3 players over towards B right now to hold this off, but I'm not sure if they're aware he's still in this position. He's allowed to peek out without being punished right now, and Caspian's just holding for the flank, and again, they have no idea. These 3 players are so closely located towards B. Wong's rotated out to go over into mid, and this should be the engagement coming out from Caspian, but just behind the wall there. And there we go. Wong's going to drop Caspian, so we're into a 3v1 again. Samwell, he does have the bomb, but with 10 seconds left and really no chance to get anything from this, and Thomas will drop him there from the CT spawn, and Mill will finally take their first round on the board.
Yeah, no, they were in desperate need there of getting their first round, and they do manage to do so in the form of lucky round number 4. Really good play there, as we do see in that 3 versus 2. Samwell and Caspian just getting shut down. Good passive angles there held by Millwall. Now we're going to go into the 5th round here. We're going to be seeing a very quasi-buy coming out here from MALIK. Unusual, actually. It's a 4, so they've got those AKs, so they're pretty well equipped on the grand scheme of things. They have a good bit of utility as well. Bomb's going to be heading over towards the A bomb site as well. That's going to be inside of A main here, ready for the push. We've got Weem holding close inside this smoke here. Wong just trying to line a few pre-shots. Can't speak.
The first game's always rusty.
40 HP. Yeah, no, definitely. And it's feeling that way today.
Weem, he's not rusty though. Great shot onto Wong there. Thomas is going to hold down with an excellent 4K. Trying to turn it into the A. Samwell going to try and deny it, but Chaduki's going to steal that ace as Samwell finally picks up that kill onto Thomas. And a great hold there from Thomas on that A site, picking up 4 kills to shut down MALIK. And again, yeah, I really questioned the buy there. They did have a bit of economy to work with, but it was a bit too stacked in the favour of some other players, so they weren't able to drop rifles. And MALIK, now they're going to be on the full eco. I guess they had a bit of economy, but it's a kind of, you know, it's very subjective, that kind of buy. Yeah,
I mean, you know, it was high risk, high reward, and at the end of the day,
because if they won that, it would have completely reset the economy of Millwall, which does promote, you know, some idea of it being a good idea, but it's very risky. So you can understand why they did it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like when you're 3-1 early on in the game, lots of rounds to go. Maybe it wasn't a terrible idea, but then at the same time, they didn't really have a lot of time to judge how good Millwall were with rifles, because they did win the first rifle round. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe a bit of a mistake. I would have waited before you do any ballsy buys like that.
True, and as we can see, Pressi's doing some ballsy plays as he picks up a double kill over towards the B side. Cynic will finally be dropped by Chaduk, and that's going to be the round once again. 3-3 as they equalise the score here. And you see, that is the issue with the buy, because you know it is high reward, of course, if you reset the economy of the CTs buying after losing the gun round. But at the end of the day, the risk is far greater, because now they've allowed Millwall to completely equalise it, whereas, you know, they may have only had a 4-2 scoreline if MALIK decided to eco one and buy up next. But again, it is going to be very subjective, that kind of buy-in. We will see a very heavy mid push coming out from these terrorist players. Cynic's just leading the charge. Vlox, great hold, Depica at that first kill. He's not going to be traded here by MALIK, so allowing to back himself back off into vents, and MALIK still aggressing towards middle. Samo will get a refrag, so that's Thomas falling, but Chaduk, he's still over towards Sandbags, doing some serious work, picks up another one onto Samo, receiving a fair bit of damage at the same time. But now LS and Caspian are left alive in a 2 versus 4, and the HP is still low on Chaduk, but the favourable situation relies heavily on the Millwall side.
Yeah, you know, I think right now how they're positioned with two of these players having awards A, and you know, you got the rotate coming in from Vlox as well. They're in a very, very good place to hold this one off. Flash is coming in, but I don't think ultimately there's much for them to throw away this round. Wong picking up the kill on LS just further secures it now for Millwall, with Bomb being trapped over here on Caspian with that rifle. You know, he might be able to find 1 or 2 kills, but that's really all he's going to be able to get out of this. If he manages to, you know, pull this off, then I don't know if that's him being godlike, which it will be, but I also feel like maybe it would be a bit of a fault on Millwall here, because they literally just have to not peek, and they should win. Yeah,
Chaduk, I really question that peak there getting taken down. Despite being 13 HP, he still goes for the aggressive challenge towards main and gets taken out there. And the thing is about going for those engagements that don't favour you on the CT side is you're losing economy. You know, buying up as a CT is so expensive. You know, go upwards of 5k, so wasting all of that economy by peaking when you're on 13 HP just doesn't really make sense. And still use Steel put it excellently. He made a video a while ago talking about CT economy, about how when you should get aggressive and how your fights should be taken. He talks about how if you have a nice bank on the CT side, that's when you should start to get aggressive. But if you're low on the buy, if you're on your first buy round, there shouldn't be any pushing from the CT side, because that just basically, if you die, puts you at a huge deficit, because you've got to rebuy those rifles and they cost so much. But if you obviously have an influx of money, it's not going to really matter too much. And Chaduk not really thinking about that there, peaking or over peaking in that sense and getting taken out, losing some more CT money that might impact them later in the round. And talking about impact, Weems doing some good impact there onto Chaduk. Nice one lead there to kick things off, but Thomas is just going to come in with a shutdown, double kill from him, and Millwall, they just clear up another eco there. MALIK do get 3 kills though, so it's a very successful eco. Despite not getting a bomb plant, they will be able to buy up now.
Yeah, you know, key instrument of death here is that AWP over on Caspian. He's going to be trying to out-AWP his counterpart Wong on the other team. Now, you know, very interestingly, out of these two AWPers, both of them very, very competent, as we have seen. So it's going to be curious now to see how they do play these. Wong playing over towards B, of course, then you've got Caspian. He's going to be situated kind of over in A main. He's just holding these passive angles. Both AWPers playing it very, very passive. Not a lot of aggression from T or CT side, which is, you know, in the grand scheme of things, pretty good, as they do both get to hold onto these AWPs. But it would have, you know, it would have been interesting to see Caspian maybe, I don't know, go for an aggressive peek over on B, but it doesn't look like they're just going to be using it nice and slowly to help them take this A site now. It is going to be Chaduk and Thomas here for the holders. It does look like the peak's going to be coming in. No flashes or anything to open this up. Cynic does find that kill onto Vlox, who I believe is playing vents, as you know, now it's a 5 versus 4. That does put MALIK in a favorable position here.
Definitely so. And no more aggression from the terrorist side here. They're just going to back off, maybe head a bit towards B, as we do see the bomb rotating in, but still no mid control to go for this split, so they have to completely fully charge B unless they do decide to go for some late mid control. Caspian's still trying to work himself out there, but they've got to hurry up with it because his teammates are already up into B main here, so they're going to be fast on this push, and we need to get the mid split. And Millwall, again, they don't have any mid control to hold off this push, and that's going to just allow Caspian to get himself into vents here. Prentice's got to hold this off with Wong with the AWP, and Wong situated on the back of the site. The Molotov's going to come in, and he goes for the first shot. Will miss it though. Repeaks as well, and Caspian, he's going to drop him now, so Prezi got to do some work from CT spawn, got to get in that reload, and again, not too much damage there onto Weem, only putting them down to 40, so again, hugely favouring favouring the MALIK side as we do see this retake come underway. Chadwick drops Samuel, so that's a nice attempt, but at the moment they got to come in fast with another kill, and it's not going in the favour of them. Weem again dropping another. Chadwick will fall, and Prezi comes into the site, but to no avail. Will he pick up more than one kill there, leaving just Thomas over in the upper area. Best he can do is go for the save or force some of the players to die with a bomb and impact the terrorist economy, but right now they will be building up a nice bank after getting that previous round.
Yeah, you know, and as well, when you look at the CT economy, the decision to save here isn't a very bad one at all. It does mean, of course, going to be able to buy on the next round, you know, which is fairly key. I mean, if Thomas had died, you would have been looking at, you know, I mean, they'd still have a buy, but it wouldn't be as firm a buy. They wouldn't be able to get as much utility. He will be able to drop, of course, for his teammates, and it does allow Wong as well to pick up that AWP, as you do see there. So, you know, not too bad. Right then, though, that was just a question of losing Velox there in the vents in mid, and you know, it was them trying to get aggressive, trying to do something a little bit different, doing that boost, and so, you know, by no means was it a terrible idea. You know, there should have been someone there to trade with him was the issue, and you know, when you're relying on your guy who's in vents to hold mid with no one there to trade, you know, that was an error, and we haven't seen Millwall make many errors so far in the CT side. That was probably one of their first big ones, but it's just interesting to see because MALIK very, very quickly were able to capitalize and exploit the mistake that they'd made. It's, you know, as we have seen throughout their previous games, it's something that MALIK or you know, Candy Kings, they have been playing as in the tournament, in case you don't recognize the name. You know, they've been very good at that, so seeing it again now, right when they needed it the most, shows, you know, they're still on good form, which, you know, coming into this was a little bit worried about what with losing 5 rounds in rapid succession. But, you know, they're getting some rounds back on the board, taking it to 5-4, and I'd say the scoreline is pretty good right now for MALIK. Nothing to be too ashamed of. What do you think, Hugo?
No, it's a good start, at least on the T side. We're going to have to see who's going to force the other team to eco first, because obviously once you start getting into the eco boundaries, where teams start having to double eco because they're getting reset, that's when you see, you know, who's going to take a big lead, unless it's just going to be an equal round after round going either way for the rest of the half. But it's very unlikely right now. MALIK, though, looking to try and turn this into a 5-5 as they work their way up onto the A site. Chaduk towards the back of the quad area, but he's going to get dropped by Caspian's AWP player. Now only Prezi and Velox are left for the retake here as the bomb does go down on the site, and it's going to be a difficult one indeed as they try to come into this. But again, MALIK, they need to capitalise on how they've been playing so far. They don't want to peak in this situation. They want to allow them to get into these close range engagements so they can get these trades. And if they just play the trade game down from the 3v2, they should be fine. And Caspian does go for the risky peak, but it will pay off. Prezi will fall, and Velox, he's going to take out HVM, or Weem, sorry. He's into a 1 vs 2, but the time is ticking away very, very fast. So he's got to hurry up and get back into this. 4x3 will get the better of him though, and LS will drop him there. So MALIK going to be equalising the score, and that'll be 5-5.
Yeah, you know, I mean, if Counter-Strike history repeats itself, you normally see that whenever teams equalise, the team that brought the score equal will then lose the subsequent round. That's a very common trend that was pointed out to me by a good friend, Reese, who is a producer over at Face It. So yeah, you know, that's something that I want to see if that's going to happen now. I mean, Caster's Curses that now I've pointed that out and told everyone the mystical secret, it's not going to happen.
But against this,
you know,
almost full eco,
Thomas,
it's just so unlikely.
Yeah, well, I mean, but then again, you know, you said Thomas just opens it up and gets that kill on LS. Bomb's going to be going down on B. They should realise it's going to be a stack at this point, but still, you know, they will have that gun they're going to be picking up, hopefully. I mean, right now they've just left it. And if Chaduk can find Caspian here in A main, then maybe this isn't going to be too bad. Cynic does find that kill on a Wong, so that's 4 vs 4, and then Caspian and Cynic just mopping things up. Chaduk finding 1 onto Caspian, 2 vs 3 though. I mean, looking at the HP on MALIK Esports, it's not impossible for Millwall to come back into this. They have got that AWP on Chaduk, but I think they're just going to save because I don't think they're fully aware of kind of what they're up against right now, and they have got 2 guns as well to take into the next round, so it's not a terrible situation for them to be saving it, I guess. Yeah. I just feel like, you know, they could have gone with that. I mean, you know,
they can't know
the
that they're so low though. They can't know. They must know they're tagged up, but you know, there's a lot of difference between someone being tagged up for 45 and someone being tagged up for 80. You know, because if you're up against, you know, a 2 vs 3 and 2 of the players are 20 HP, you could just run in there with a pistol and just spam. You know, the way this game works, exactly. You're just going to be allowed to run into a site and just spam your pistol around every corner till you get the kill, and that will literally work on a retake. Of course, they didn't know that. But either way, this is important to note. Of course, we are into the semi-finals, so these teams playing tonight are in the top 4. Already, the losing player is going to be securing £200, which is not too bad already, you know, because all of these teams have secured themselves some money, of course, in the semi-final. And third place and the third, fourth place match will be played tomorrow before the grand final, and that's going to be obviously for £450 for third place and £200 for fourth place. So, you know, every team playing tonight has secured themselves a minimum of £200 and the potential of 1,500, which is a considerable amount of money at least.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's definitely a fair bit, and you know, you can't turn your nose up at it. And I do really appreciate the fact that Ballistix have, you know, gone out and they started the, you know, the Masters in the first place with the actual cash prizes for these teams, because you know, it just shows how far esports has kind of come. The fact that there are these leagues now where they're not for the, you know, for the best of the best. You know, we don't have Astralis or Fnatic here today, but you know, we have got some up and coming UK teams, and it's just great to get to see these guys have a chance to play for real money. And you know, it's all just investment into the scene that the UK was lacking, and you know, it's been stagnant for far too long now. And you know, people like this, they're the people responsible for kind of bringing it up out of the ashes.
Yeah, to talk about that, it is good that a small league is offering £3,000 in a prize pool. You know, considering that's small, that, you know, a few years ago in esports, that's a huge prize pool. So it's really good that we're seeing those kind of prize pools for smaller leagues. You know, £3,000's a lot of money at least, and it's good to see the investment there. But either way, back into the round, and we're into a 6-5 scoreline. Of course, MALIK do have this bomb down over on the site. Great shot by Samuel to pick up both kills, actually. Wong and Thomas will be dropped, and MALIK, they take a 7th there. I'm not sure what Wong was doing, just sitting so open towards the site, allowing himself to get picked.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm unsure as to what just happened. I mean, 2 wonderful shots, like you say, by Samuel, but yeah, the positioning there was a little bit curious as to those players. Still, though, looking at the economy on Millwall, very, very shoddy right now. They're going to be going into a bit of a quasi-battle. They've got the armor on Prezi, Chiduk, and Velox, as well as a Deagle on Velox, and a few flashes here and there, a little bit of utility. It's going to be down to Wong to hold off this A site. He has got the defuse kit. Maybe a little bit weird to have him on his own with the defuse kit. I mean, I'm not too sure if I like that, because no one's going to be able to pick that up. It is looking like the bomb's going to be going over towards A. They've got no pressure over towards B, so they should have full-on information. Millwall coming in with the rotate now, but too little too late, as Weem does find that kill on a Wong. Now it's a 4 versus 5, and Bomber's going to be getting planted with plenty of time left on the clock. And rotate's going to be coming in from Millwall now. At this point, 4 versus 5, and you know, you don't really have the guns to close it out. They have got that kit on site though, so maybe it's not all going to be wrong. Weem, that's why I wanted to Samuel. That's going to be a little bit of friendly fire going on there. Caspian takes it into a 3 versus 4 though with that kill. They were going to be seeing a boost coming out as well. Scenic does get boosted here. He's going to be looking down in the mid, and it is looking like Prezi's just going to be falling back and saving that AK. And it is looking like she's going to be a save, maybe with Velox playing for some exits here, but still. I don't know if the save is necessarily the right call. I mean, Prezi taking the AK, that's fair enough, but I mean, Thomas just saving the Deagle. I mean, I don't know, like,
he's just going for exit frags, it seems.
Yeah.
Just trying to force him to die with the bomb in A main. If the bomb goes off, you know, most of the time they'll die if they're tagged up a little, and he's just trying to force them out into T-spawn and try and pick up those kills, but obviously not going very well for him. What's funny to note is Millwall have had 2 ecos in the last, 4 rounds, and both times they've stacked the wrong site.
Yeah.
They stacked A the first time, and then they rush B, and then they stacked B the second time, they rush A.
Yeah. We are going to be seeing an AWP now on Thomas, which is a little bit peculiar, because he might even be a standard. I don't recognise that name for the Millwall lineup personally.
We've seen him before. He wasn't in the first match, if I'm correct, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so I won't. He was definitely in the last match, but I don't know.
Anyway, well, regardless, you know, normally it's Wong who's their main AWP, but we are seeing him pick one up, which is a little ridiculous. Double AWP set up here for the CT side, very interesting. Chiduk, they're going for the trade, good attempt, but still, I don't know, pushing into A main that aggressive probably wasn't the best idea. LS finds one on Develop, he is going to get put down to low HP, sorry, right, let's stop stumbling over words, so let's actually get into this properly.
What I've noticed though is Chiduk, most of his engagements are really unfavourable to himself. He's just taking all these peaks. Great shot by Samuel, but he's just taking all these peaks that really don't favour him at all. And the whole point of the CT side is to only take movement and peaks if it favours you. You know, you don't have to. The best part about being on the CT side is you don't have to take an engagement.
Yeah, exactly.
You can wait till they literally force you out of position with Molotovs, or push up closer. You don't have to peek, you don't have to get aggressive as a CT. And all I've seen Chiduk do this half is just get aggressive and get punished for it, obviously, because his engagements don't favour him at all, and especially in positions where he hasn't got teammates available to trade him. Him pushing into A main there, Wong was just holding passive. Wong wasn't in a position to push into A main. If he did, it'd be too late. Samuel would have been ready to take them both down. So really, in that position, just going for the peek into A main without any teammate ready to trade him, it's just a bit of a questionable play, especially on the CT side, where the economy is very fragile. You can see him paying paying his dues here as he picks up a FAMAS.
Yeah, no, I mean, it does definitely feel like, despite, you know, he's fragging well, but is he playing well within the team, making smart decisions? It really doesn't seem like it. It does seem like, at least positionally, he's definitely the weakest link right now for them. And, you know, whereas we have seen him perform extremely well in the past, right now, just being a little bit lackluster in what he's doing, like, just then as well. It was good pick, you know, peeking for that 1 kill, doing the boost. I do agree with that. But, and, you know, that would have inevitably been a team decision to have done. That wouldn't have just been off of his own back. But I mean, still, it's just like unnecessary risks they don't need to be taking. And I know when you only have FAMASes, of course, you know, it's a little bit of a ragtag buy, and they're probably thinking, you know, we may as well just put a little bit of hurt in on the last round, do something unexpected. But still, like, they didn't have enough information, in my opinion, to justify doing what they just did. Now,
very early in the round, to be fair.
Yeah,
for that boost.
And Wong here in the retake, 2 versus 2, last round of the first half. Caspian with that AWP, and Weem holding this site off now, up against Wong and Velox. Flash does go in, but Caspian finds a kill on Wong. Now it's all on Velox, and he's not in a very good position. And Wavy's going to be able to pick that one up and close out that round 5-10 in favor of MALIK Esports. Now, you know, this is their map choice, of course, so kind of what we'd be expecting, but still, it is slightly CT-sided, and I think Millwall would have been looking for a much better scoreline, and I think they're going to really struggle to bring this back on the T-half. What about you, Hugo?
Yeah, no, I do agree. It's going to be a bit of a struggle, but at the end of the day, this is one of the maps where Millwall seem more like a mixed team than a proper team, and you do see mixed teams excel more on the terror side. Just because defaults are far easier, you know, trading is very more basic on the T side. It's kind of just, you know, split to B or split to A or whatever. You can just perform some basic kind of mixed team pug strategies and pay off pretty well. But yeah, MALIK have been playing pretty well here in this first map. Of course, as you said, this is their map pick, so they will have some kind of inherent advantage, especially on the T side, having strategies prepared for this. And second map, if I'm correct, is actually going to be Train picked by Millwall, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, you know, we haven't actually seen Train at all in this whole thing, have we not? Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see that. It's a map, you know, that isn't really played very much ever since the rework. Of course, it did come back into active duty, and I believe it replaced poor old Nuke. Which, I mean, you know, I'm a fan of Train, but at the same time, I'm really not. You know, I'm not too keen on it. I appreciate it, and I really do like it whenever I see teams playing it. I just personally. I'm not too keen on it as a map. I feel like actually because I didn't really play it enough, I'm unsure. But still, yeah, I mean, Train coming in from Millwall, to me that just feels like maybe what they're trying to do is they're trying to find one that MALIK won't have played on much, and it seems like, you know, maybe they've got a little bit of practice on that being a mixed team, and so, you know, they're just trying to find these maps that are really uncommon for teams to, you know, kind of practice on in the first place, and then just use that against them. I mean, I'm unsure. What would you say would be their thinking behind that, the Train map pick?
At the end of the day, I don't know the team's really well enough to pick too much out of it. It's hard to analyse map picks when you don't know the teams, really. When it comes to the higher tier teams and the teams that have a lot of online and LAN experience, you can kind of talk about it, but if they're relatively unknown, especially in the UK scene where, let's be real, a lot of it's very random, it's hard to kind of really make an argument for or against the team picking a map a lot of the time when you don't actually see UK lineups last that long, to be perfectly honest. I can't think of any UK lineup that has lasted, you know, since CSGO. Personally, I can't think of any UK lineup that plays at a decent level that's lasted over a year and a half.
Yeah, no, I mean,
or even the core 3 players in that.
Yeah.
You know, even Easy Skins died in less than a year, and that was supposedly the saviour for the UK scene.
That's one of the issues, though, isn't it, with the UK scene as a whole? Is that
Harry, do you want to know why it's an issue? Do you want to know why this happens so much? Because some UK players won't play with these bots. GG.
Oh yeah. Honestly, at first I was like, "Why would you cut me off?" I know why. But no, there was one worth it.
A little burn there to Enro Griffins. But either way, we hopefully will be going into the second half very soon. I'm not sure what all the delays are about. Just teams deciding their pistol strategy, but that's fine either way. Obviously, you want to be prepared for it. But yeah, really, at the end of the day, I'd like to see a a UK team get back into it and do some serious damage in the scene, but I think realistically, I honestly, it's upsetting because I'm from the UK, so I always want to see the UK succeed, but right now I'm European, that's what I am. I'm part of the EU scene, best scene. But I just don't realistically see UK competing too much outside of. I don't think we're ever going to see a UK team make a major. I'd love to be proved wrong by that, but I just don't think. I know. I think we could compete at a certain level, but I never think we'll see a UK team make a major. Don't think that's ever going to happen.
The issue is why there's a lot of ignorance in the UK scene, and also I know people. What they do is they just group together, they play for the money within UK competitions, then they disband, and they'll reband, play for some more dollars. Disband.
But anyway, hopefully these. Well, not hopefully. We know these teams aren't like that. Of course, let's not slaughter this too much.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, no, but
we're casting a UK event, Harry. We're not allowed to do this.
But no. That's the key thing. That's what I'm saying.
But MALIK and Millwall aren't like that, ladies and gentlemen.
No. Small tournaments and things like this are great because they give new teams instead of the old stagnant pool of players that we have in the UK scene a chance to rise to the top.
Yeah.
That's why leagues like this are so damn good, and that's why I'm fully behind everything the Ballistix are here doing, and I support it outright. I love them.
You saved yourself so closely there. But either way, off into the pissed round of the second half, ladies and gentlemen. We're into a 4 versus 3 post-plant, obviously. Now down to a 3v3 as Caspian picks up that kill onto Prezi there. So he's going to go for the little 360 over in middle. Will get dropped by Chaduk and leaves just LS coming in from A main. But again, Millwall, they got to play this pistol perfectly. They can't be peeking this situation. They can just play passive, just shoulder peek, just waste the time of the last player. And there we go. Nice aggression to finish off the round. Velox will pick that up. And Millwall, they're going to take 6 rounds. So obviously, that was a very influential pistol round. They really needed that one. If MALIK took that, it would be close to GG because they pretty much secure 13-5 and maybe even 15-5 if they won the subsequent gun round as well. So a great start here from Millwall to kick off the second half.
Yeah, and a little bit of Mac 10 love from the Mac daddies themselves. Wong and Prezi picking up those Mac 10s. And I'm hoping they're going to use them to full effect. We are going to be seeing a full armor buy coming out from MALIK Esports, though, so maybe not the best gun to have in this situation. Although the thing you find, the Mac 10's really good at finding those heads, even if your crosshair isn't. It's like having a silent aimbot in the form of a gun. That's what I'd compare it to, at least. I don't know. But
is that what the UK scene need, Harry? Are you saying the UK scene need aimbots because they're so bad? Wow.
Yeah, actually.
But either way, Millwall working their way up in towards middle. Velox is going to be leading the charge. Meanwhile, Cynic's doing some damage over towards B, but Wonk with that silent aim is going to be dropping Weem with our Mac 10 there. So getting the refrag now, and Thomas is also going to capitalise it by picking one up on Samuel. And we're down into a 2v4 as MALIK try and regroup something. They're going to be splitting up, so no ability to trade here and no ability to get too much out of this round. Cynic has found himself a Mac 10, but at this kind of range, he's going to probably prefer the 5.7 and just trying to go for this save, or at least force Chaduk to chase him with his P90, but I don't think he's going to come out too well with Chaduk obviously having a far superior weapon in this situation and not even holding the right angle at that. So Chaduk will finish him off, and that'll be the round to Millwall once again, 7-10. And either way, MALIK, they're going to be on the eco. Once again, we're going to just see full pistols coming out. Very, very, a lack of investment here. Literally nothing spent on their side, which I don't like to see usually. I like to see, when there is a supposed full eco coming up, even a flashbang can make the difference between a kill and not a kill, because you can just use a flashbang to force yourself into an area like A main or B main, and even mid and get aggressive, or just a smoke so they can go for a boost. And that's always nice to see. I don't usually like full ecos to the sense it is literally a full eco. I prefer to see even $200 spent throughout the whole team is better.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could have seen Cynic pick up a flashbang. He would have still been left with enough money to buy. But never mind, saying that, picks up that kill on a Velox. A really nice headshot Chaduk in mid, gonna find one onto Weem. 4 versus 4, I don't see MALIK coming back into this considering their buy, but they do have that AK though on Cynic, which they can now save and take it in the next round, which is going to get them a much better buy.
And Wong almost being dropped there towards quad, but unlucky Caspian will be falling and leaving just Cynic here over towards T-spawn area. Good position though, because obviously the thing about this jump spot is you can't be seen under the truck, which obviously if you're coming from A main you can just see the feet under the truck. So Cynic having that position is going to be a bit of a wild card here. If Millwall exit towards T-spawn and chase for him, he should be able to get away with maybe a kill, but Hopefully he won't get traded here. He doesn't have any HP, remember. Only 50 left on him with no armor to support that either. And Thomas is going to be walking into the jaws, that is Cynic, and that'll be that kill. So 18 HP left for him, but I'm sure they'll be able to exit frag him now, and Chaduk will do exactly that, finishing off the round for Millwall.
Yeah, we're only seeing Wong. He's been getting the AWP for the T side. Millwall Bushwhackers. They're going to be taking 4 rifles and that AVP on Wong. And, you know, looking over at MALIK, no AWP on them. CT side, I'd say it's quite favourable to have an AWP for mid or B. You know, on cash. You know, looking at things, by not very desirable. LS down to a FAMAS as well. No kits across any of the players, and very little utility. Whereas you look at Millwall, you know, they've got 4 rifles and you know, no Galeals in there to bolster their ranks. Just, you know, four AKs, clean and proper, and that AWP, and plenty of utility. So straight off the bat, I'd say, you know, Millwall coming into this round with a natural advantage. And it's all down now to whether or not they can get these executes and get these entry frags in order to open things up. We are going to be seeing, I believe it's going to be Cynic in vents in mid, and he's going to be backing up our boy Caspian, who is sadly AWPless right now. But still, Weem put down a 3 HP. That's going to open up this A site. Still bomb hanging around in mid. They're just waiting for things to happen as Caspian does pick up the kill on Velox. Wong unable to get the return there with that AWP. That was his opportunity to equalize the numbers, and now Caspian's going to be leaving mid from that area. He would have been trapped on Sandbags. He's going to be playing White Box or Sugar Cube, whatever you want to call it.
I don't even know the actual call out for that.
Yeah,
area.
no, it's
everyone
Sugar
calls it something
Cube.
different. Sugar Cube is, I've never heard that. I've only heard White Box.
I don't know, man. It's white.
I've heard people call it
like a
quad
Sugar Cube
over in mid, which I don't understand. But
no, it's Sugar Cube.
Either way, converging onto the A site, we're going to see Millwall push their way very deep into it. Sambo holding it off towards the back of the site, going to be doing some good damage. Picks up the first one, almost a second, but Thomas 1 HP and he still survives that engagement. Takes out Sambo and he will be able to get this bomb down the site, but they got to hurry up. Of course, CTs don't have any nades to punish, but with only 10 seconds left, he has to get that plant and he will do so. Now into a 2v3, and the retake is going to be on the side of the MALIK Esports team, and they're going to be coming in hot here. So Wonk got to hold this off alone now, and he was only going to grab one. Caspian's going to drop him there from the A main area, and that'll be the end of the round.
Yeah, I mean, providing that they can win the subsequent round after this, they should be able to get Millwall onto a very back foot economy. And, you know, this map being CT-sided and their map pick, MALIK should be able to close this out. I'm thinking maybe maybe like a 16-11 scoreline wouldn't be too out of the question here for MALIK if they bring their A game, which, you know, so far they've been playing extremely well. You know, they've only lost the first 3 rounds and then they win the rifle, and that's normally a good indication of, you know, how the game's going. I'd say the pistol round and the subsequent 2 aren't important in terms of judging a team's ability. Like, the pistol round is, but the subsequent 2 after, not too much. I don't know if that's something you'd agree with, Hugo.
Yeah, well, obviously when you're on an eco and you're
yeah.
losing rounds, you can't exactly be blamed.
Well, I mean, you can. Like, you know, it's probably these bots. GG, I'm not playing.
Yeah. Overused meme, dude.
Yeah.
But here we go, split into the B site. Cynic's going to be holding this one off just over from the back of Checkers. Will be dropped there by Thomas, so no promise for him there coming into that round. Caspian's going to have to come in big with his AWP, and he's not going to do so. That round just over as soon as it started. Thomas picking up that final kill, and Millwall, they're going to take 9, so actually resetting the economy of MALIK. So they're going to have to go for the Seco here, and hopefully they'll have a bit of investment. You can see a bit of money on Samuel and Weem as well. So I'd like to see maybe a flash or something brought up, and we will see one on Samuel, so that's good at least. He'll be going for the flash PT50 combo. And we're going to see the B stack here. Maybe some aggression. Oh no, Prezzy's going to be set up right for this, so look at this push. All of them working themselves into the B main area. Prezzy just holding this back over from T-Spawn, taking the range fight, which is a really good call from him, just backing it all the way off, and knowing he'll have the advantage of this AK, going for a really ranged fight there, and he's just completely snapping them apart like Twiglets, Harry.
Like Twiglets, indeed. Really topical thing to be snapped in half, actually. Like, you know, not twigs, not sticks, not anything else. Twiglets. They're like the disgusting, awful Marmite crisp, which is just like the worst thing you've ever eaten. I can get behind snapping them up.
See, I can eat them, but I wouldn't ever buy them. If someone gave them to me for free, I'd be like, yeah, let's go. But I would never, ever invest any of my money into a packet of Twiglets.
I could give you like a raw slab of hulking like fleshy meat, and I like you'd eat it. You just eat things that you're given. You go.
Well, if it's free, you always accept it. You can't turn down free stuff. I'm sorry, like it's just the UK way of life. You always accept free stuff.
I don't know.
Whether it's Twiglets, raw slab of meat, or Harry's virginity, you always accept free stuff.
Yeah. So
11 to 11
currently. MALIK on the back foot a little bit. They've currently lost a lot of round. The Millwall, like you pointed out, them being a mixed team, the T side, of course, favourable to them because the executes are a lot easier. And you know, just kind of playing for picks and whatnot. It's something you can do on the T side and get away with. MALIK as well, struggling maybe to, you know, just to adapt, seeing as there aren't any preset strats or default coming out from Millwall. It's kind of hard for them to guess what they're going to be doing. Can Wong find that kill on there? Caspian in mid. No, he cannot. Cynic's gonna. Sorry, didn't. Yeah, no. Cynic does take him down there though. And 4 versus 4 straight off the bat. HP fairly even over both teams. At Cynic getting put down to 50 HP. And that's going to be Velox fighting him there through the Smokeroo in mid. That's going to put it into a 3 versus 4. The advantage leading in was Millwall once again, as that bomb is going to head over towards A. Now it's 3 versus 4 here, and it is all down to Samwell here on the A bomb site. Can he hold this off? The bomb is still kind of holding around in mid, and at the minute they're just waiting for information. Looks like it might actually be heading B as Weem does find that kill on Velox in mid. That's going to be a 3 versus 3 now. Bomb is going to be dropped in mid, and they're still playing this extremely slowly. Weem, 6 HP though, over towards that A bomb site. And, you know, they're making maybe a little bit of a mistake here by going B, but they have got a good positioning for it. They got players in vents, now dropping into checkers, but there are going to be 2 MALIK Esports players here to hold this off.
LS is going to be holding a nice crossfire here. Flash will come in, he's full white, but his teammate's going to support him. Will grab a kill, but Thomas is going to get the quick trade. And Samo, no impact into that gunfight, missing every single bullet there onto the 2 players, making their way towards the site, and almost spotting out Prezi. I'm sure he would have called that to his teammate. I'm sure he saw that. And we coming in with him, 6 HP. And Thomas has just got to hold this off from the site. Prezi making his way towards the back of checkers, and this isn't a great position from Prezi because while the bomb may be planted for him, he needs. I don't think it matters really. Thomas is just going to get that spray down there. Millwall taking 12 rounds, and this is a really good start here.
Yeah, no, I mean, coming into this, I thought the MALIK would take this with ease. In all honesty, I figured it'd be a bit of a landslide game, going like, you know, the way like 16-2. I really thought the MALIK would have. Quite an easy go at this, seeing as, you know, they are quite an established team. They've just been picked up by a new organisation and everything. And then you've got Millwall, who are just a mixed team. And, they're really having a good go at it, which just shows you have a great selection of individual players who should probably form a team, hint, hint, and stay at it for longer than, like, I don't know, a month or 2. And, yeah, you know, 12-11 here, Millwall, with a 1-round advantage. This is something that I really, honestly, didn't predict wholeheartedly. They are doing above and beyond my expectations right now. And if they take this, I would say they have a good chance of wrapping this up 2-0 for the series. So, yeah. Always
likely. Again, this is MALIK's map pick, so it does indicate some negativity, at least. And of course, an AK has been saved on Samwell. He's going to be coming back in towards the B site, but not a lot of HP to support that rifle, as well as Millwall make their way onto B. Really good set smokes here coming out from the terror side as they work their way up towards the B site. Still yet to actually get onto the bomb site, so Ellis is still alive over here. They are going to be working their way, and he still hasn't turned around because there's a bomber right behind him. It's Shaduki's going to be dropped there by Caspian. Nice play with a P250, and Ellis also grabbing one, leaving just Prezi. 1 versus 3 situation. A bit of aggression coming out from Samwell, but he will finally be dropped by Ellis, and that'll be a perfect hold by MALIK. Only losing 1 player on that 3v3 situation. A really solid eco hold over towards the B site, and Millwall got to be upset about that. I think just thinking the fact that they got onto the site so late was a real issue there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, if you don't leave yourself with enough time, then you are going to be put in an extremely bad situation. And aggression isn't something that we've really seen too much of a problem coming out from Millwall, but you know, just then, I mean, Caspian, speaking of aggression, pushing into A main with the ult, does pick up 1 early on, and then he gets a second on a Thomas. That's going to be 2. Now it's a 3 versus 5, and straight away Millwall, in a situation where it seems like it could almost be impossible for them to come back from it, is going to be down to Wong, really, to take out Caspian, who's going to be his Orphan counterpart. There's going to be a rotate coming in towards A, as that is where Bomb is going to be. 2 players already been dropped now. That's going to be 3, as Caspian just doing work with this AWP. Can he fire one onto Wong? Doesn't like what's going to happen is something does go Wong there for Samwell. He's going to get taken down. Now it's a 1 versus 4 here. Things are not looking too good. Bomb's going to be stuck in A main, and he's just hopping around like a rabbit. I don't know how they haven't seen each other. What's just happened?
What? Wong just walking above Caspian, who just doesn't even realise he was scoped in with the AWP, but still. That is disgusting. He must have had his view model obstructing him. There's no way he wouldn't have seen him otherwise. That is upsetting there for Wong. Would have been a free kill and dropped the AWP off to Caspian, but either way, MALIK do take the round as predicted. 13-12 is going to be the score here, and we will see once again a default established by Millwall. Bit of mid aggression, so they tried to boost Thomas up on top, but the Molotov will come in to force him back.
Sorry, I just feel like I need to clarify a little bit. A few rounds ago when I brought up the fact about Millwall should make a team, I mean as in one with an actual like organisation, if that's something they can do. You know, using their newfound footing in the Ballistix Masters as leeway for a potential organisation to pick them up within the UK scene. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. I didn't mean they should make a team. They are a team, but they're a mix. They're not like an official team, if that makes sense.
We're working their way out onto the Water EA site here. The complete control given to them by MALIK. No challenge coming out just yet, but Caspian, he's going to be over towards Car playing for the retake with his team as he picks up that one kill. They're onto one. We're into a 4v5, and this is favourable for MALIK despite the bomb being down because they have such a good man advantage. The smoke though will be dissipating shortly, and that will allow MALIK to come back into the site here. So they've got to hurry up on it, of course. Bomb is ticking away and just holding steady by Millwall. Look at this aggression. Again, Chaduk just taking an unfavourable peek there, and he will be punished for it. I really don't understand why he would peek like that. He could just hold on to the site, but instead he just goes to challenge 3 players at once, and the inevitable happens. He gets taken down. MALIK, they take 14-12.
Yeah, no, I mean, looking at the economy as well, Millwall not in a good situation. If they lose this round without any bomb plants, they are in a serious threat. I'm going on to an eco for that final round, taking things to 12-15. If MALIK can get this next round, that is. And currently, Caspian with the AWP is looking almost unstoppable. And then when you look at Millwall's buy, it just doesn't look like it's gonna happen here. It looks like we're going to be seeing a lot of mid-aggression as these smokes do come out, but it does appear to be a change of pace as these smokes do go down. Cynic holding close in this smoke, and Wong, a very aggressive push over towards this B site. He might be able to catch LS off guard here as he does peek through, but LS finds some cover. Now it's going to be what looks to be an A side kind of take as they do send their players over towards A. The bomb is going to be there as well, and we have only got Sandwell here to hold it off. We have got 3 players, of course, in mid, but then these smokes going down do block players off. Chaduk's going to be getting boosted. Will he be able to find the head of Weem or Cynic, who's going to be holding this close angle?
LSO does equalise it and take out one there, so we're bound into a 3 versus 5 as Cynic picks up one over towards mid, not clearing that angle. Thomas will go down, and we going to be holding off over towards middle. Will drop Chaduk as well, so just Prezi and Velux alive, and great entry there by Velux to drop Weem there, and we're down into a 3v2. But again, low HP on 2 of the players on either side, so got to watch out in this situation. And Prezi, he's going to have to do all the leading as we go into this, and LS, of course, alone on the site here. Bit of support over towards CT spawn from Caspian with the AWP, but I'm not sure if he's open there from that angle. No, he's not going to be open towards B main because LS is not peeking aggressively at all right now, and we can see Velox working his way in with the AK-47, just trying to clear the angle, and still LS alive on the site, going to be peeking out, but will get dropped by Prezi there. So rotation is already on for MALIK. They know that this is a B-side take with such little time remaining. The bomb is going to be planted here in Velox, and Prezi still both on the site. Now this is a bit of an issue, of course, not having the crossfire established, but having both players on the site. So all it's going to take is his Molotov from Samuel to clear one of the players out of position, and he's going to pull it out there by Prezi. We'll go for the peak. You can see this Molotov should do some good work, forcing Prezi out of the position up into a headshot there, but not going to be punished for that move. And Caspian instead just going to peek straight into him. Not too sure what that communication was. Surely he should allow his teammate to know. Yeah, I'm not too sure because we saw that Molotov come in from Samuel. Obviously going to force Prezi out towards headshot area. He didn't call it to his teammate. Caspian just gets completely flattened there.
Yeah, no, and maybe a little bit of an error there. I mean, very, very questionable kind of play. I'm unsure, but still managing to get things to 13-14. And we are ever closer to seeing this potentially go to overtime. It's all down now to what MALIK can do, and what a way to start the round as Weem and Caspian open things up with a nice set of 2 kills there, and at least a double kill, but that isn't really what it was, and that is going to take things into a 3 versus 5. We've got 2 players over here on the B-bomb site as Wong does find that kill into LS, and now the B site is completely opened up. Bomb's going to be rotating in, the rotate's going to be coming out from MALIK Esports, but it is too little too late as the bomb should be able to get onto the site and get planted in the form of Chaduk here.
But what's really important, of course, if MALIK win this round, they're going to be resetting the economy of Millwall back to $1,400 loss bonus on match point. So if MALIK win this, they pretty much won the match, because there's no way Millwall will be able to come back with a 1.4k buy on most of their players there. We do see some players with a bit of cash, Wong and Wong and Velox to name, but by and large they should have a pretty weak buy. So MALIK, they need to win this round, and then they therefore guarantee that first map. And Chaduk, he's going to be alone over towards the site. Will get taken down. Not much he can do in that situation. Molotov just waiting for that to run out. And again, this is similar to just calling GG for MALIK, because you can see they're going to be up to 15 rounds. And if you have a look at the scoreboard there, the economy will be reset for the Millwall side. So they're down onto basically no investment. They do have a bomb plant to support it, so 2k on 3 of the players. We do have a bit more money on Velox. He'll be able to get a rifle as well as Wong, but you can see 3 pistols coming out. Bit of GoTV lag there, but 3 pistols coming out for the Millwall side, and MALIK, they're looking good in the buy. I'm not too sure why LS has picked up this MP9. They could easily drop him a rifle there. Caspian has enough to drop him an M4 there, but LS deciding to go for this MP9. An anti-eco weapon.
I think that's just rubbing salt in the wound, maybe.
An insult buy. Because obviously it's not going to matter him picking up money from that really at this point.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, it is the silent aim gun, so you never know. Maybe that's why. Maybe he's pointing out some things to his team. He's like 3. Right now he's saying 4 main, 4 garage. That's the one.
Look at this aggression though on Cynic. Pushed all the way up into T-spawn area. Oh no, he's going to give away his position too early. It's a bit preemptive on that fire there. We'll get shot out, but finally get that kill onto Prezi, as we do see a bit of a mid-control come out from the Millwall side as Wong leads that charge. He will be dropped there by Weem, and we're down into a 2v3 again. MALIK with a good advantage here as Velox and Chaduk tried to come back into this round, but Chaduk not going to be able to spot out that player Weem over on the site, and position given away. A bit of a self-flash there come out from Weem, and he's going to work on it though. Nice shot onto Chaduk, and we leave Velox in a 1 versus 3 over towards the toxic area as he works his way up towards the A site. But still plenty of utility left on the MALIK side. He will be popping off a nade behind him, but at the bad time, oh no, he drops Caspian, but will finally be finished off by Scenic, and that'll be the game, or the first map there, going to MALIK Esports. 16-13, great start into the semi-finals, trying to force himself up into the second/first place bracket. Of course, the winner of this match will go into the grand finals. So very important to note. And actually, what I find really important to note there, actually, from the MALIK side at least, is the fact that how much Caspian stepped up. He's actually, for those wondering, he's AWPing, he's in-game leading, and he's top fragging with 25 kills there on the scoreboard, second to top on the scoreboard.
Wait, really? I didn't know he did all of that.
Obviously he AWPs, he in-game leads, and he's dropping 25 frags in the 16-13 scoreline. That's very influential, of course. And Thomas, at least for the Millwall side, stepping up massively. I'm not sure how many kills he had at the end, because he obviously disconnected, but over 30 kills, I think it was, by the end of the match. So really influential from him. But by and large, MALIK will take it 16-13. Of course, the second map will be Train, which is going to be Millwall's pick here. So a chance to get some retribution, try to come back into this best of 3. But obviously if they lose this one, they will be going into the lower bracket, of course the 3rd/4th place bracket, which will be played out tomorrow against the loser of the Enraged versus UCGL match later.